Hi F2Pers, it's Goodfella from F2P.com and today we are checking out Ikariam. It's from Gameforge. It is a city building, free-to-play browser-based game set in ancient Greece. You will essentially gather resources, build up your city, build up an army, and generally PvP with other players in endgame. Uh, we're doing this review particularly on the back of that Ikariam is going to enter its 7th year since launch very soon. So for a little game that some of you might not have heard of, it's been around for a long time. It's doing really well, and it's actually not a bad little game. It's pretty cute. It's very casual. So it won't appeal to everybody, but it's got something about it. It's got a little bit of character to it, in comparison to a lot of other games that follow this kind of platform. So we're going to do a first look at it. I've played the game in with another account as a tutorial to get an idea of the basic features, because obviously I've never played this game before. But we have been provided by Gameforge a kind of pre-built account. This city, this is kind of a higher level city. I don't know in comparison to, players however long they've been playing it, how long it takes to get something like this, but each of these buildings here that are highlighted, when you start a game, they're all empty plots of land like this. They're all, so when you get your new polis, which is Greek for city, I think, it's just filled with these blank lots for you to build upon. And so it is kind of it kind of forces you, you don't have to worry too much about the customization or the kind of placement of buildings. There's only set places you can build, which it's I think it's probably one of the things I probably don't like about the game in comparison to other city buildings where you've just got a huge 100 by 100 squares of land, and you can kind of customize the look and you can put things where you want, but hey ho, everybody's got their own little style. But graphics wise, I'm not a massive fan of the trees and stuff. There's kind of a lot of point and click. I hate that these birds are on a different layer, so when I'm scrolling, they're still flying across the screen. But whatever. So I think the trees look a little bit weak, but the actual individual sprites for the games, for the people, for the buildings and stuff, I think they look really good. So the UI is very simple, very easy to navigate around. But I played the tutorial because obviously it was my first time playing, and it quite feature heavy. It's very similar in style to a lot of games like this. Okay, so it's nothing massively groundbreaking, but it's a good idea to get a bit of a grounding before we start playing. So essentially, when you start, you will have no resources. As you can see, we've been provided with a lot of resources. No ambrosia, which is your premium currency. We currently have 110 ambrosia, which also shows up there. We have Ikariam Plus activated, which is kind of like an ongoing membership subscription that you can pay for. And what it does, it opens up extra tools. So like a building queue, you can see your building queue. So it gives you that. It's bugging me that that's popped up at the bottom. I wish it'd go away, but it doesn't seem to want to. Oh, there we go, it's gone. So it gives you like little extra features, but essentially you can play without it, and it only costs 10 ambrosia per week. So you get it for 7 days, then your plus account disappears. I'm not actually sure how you gain ambrosia. I think it's probably going to be through the PvP, maybe ranking high in matches and stuff like that. So how hard it is to keep it going every week, or whether you would have to purchase the ambrosia to keep it going every week, I don't know. But for me, this is kind of a casual game. It's something that, if you've got two monitors and you've got something going on your main monitor, then you keep switching over and checking out the other game, because it can take a while to build stuff. So let's look for something that costs quite a lot of money. So the dump seems to cost quite a lot. So you've got different resources that it takes. So as you can see, that's going to take me 12 minutes to build. That's going to take 39 minutes to build. So I think the 39 might be our winner. 1 hour and 12. So an embassy is an hour and 12 minutes. So some of these things, and I don't know if I've already got one, and I do keep getting a pop-up saying that I'm making some errors, and I don't know why it's doing it. So that's going to take an hour and 11 minutes to build. So that's quite a long time, and I don't know if any of these. I mean, that's a town hall. Is that that looks like an embassy? That's a palace. I don't know. I've got to click on museum. Okay, so obviously there's a lot of things that are already built. I don't know what any of them do. But yeah, so everything takes resources. Everything takes time. One of the things that you do get is when players are attacking your city, they can steal your resources. Now, if you have warehouses, which I believe are these ones, yes. So warehouses can hold so much of your resources. When they are in here, they are harder to steal. They're harder to pillage if somebody does successfully attack your city. And obviously, they've got to get past your defensive units, your ships, your military, things like that. So you can, by building more warehouses and upgrading them, they hold more capacity, which is something to kind of really take into account because you've only got a limited number of plots in each city that you can have. You can get more cities, okay? You can take over other areas. So this is our city. You've then got, sorry, our town, because it's a town. Then you've got the island view. So this is the island that we're on. I'm actually not sure. Is that one ours, maybe? That's player Daktri. I actually don't know which one ours is. I don't know what we're called because this is a provided one. Let's have a look. Who knows? Who knows? We could be anywhere. We could be any of these. Oh no, that's the thing. So anyway, so this is our island. You can see you've got these blank spots here. So we could try to take over another town. I don't know how because from the tutorial that I've done, it actually doesn't tell us how to do that. But the founding of a colony. So it requires 9,000 gold, which we have. So I think we could just smash that. Oh, you can also send along additional resources. Okay, so it's going to cost us 40 people, and we've currently got just short of 3,000. And we're only using half of that, so we can do that no problem. 9,000 gold, which we can do, and 1,250 wood, so we can do that as well. So and then we can also choose how much resources we're going to send to that city to get it started. Okay, so let's go with that. Triton engines, I don't know what these do. These engines are crafted in Triton, son of Poseidon's temple, and can be mounted on the outside of our merchant ships for a fair ambrosia donation. Prometheus will fill the engines of all ships used within the divine fire from, I don't know, which will drive the ships across the seas. I'm presuming it means they go faster. And that will cost 6 ambrosia. We've currently got 110. So this is the overview. So as you can see there, that tells you the travel time to get there. So it's going to take 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get there. Arrival time, okay, so that's server time, loading time. Okay, so there we go, plant colony. If we do that early, let's have a look. So we're trying to take over it, that's our polis. And I guess it's just going to take a while before it actually colonizes, but hey ho, I don't know what else to say because there's not much else I can do with it. So you've got different colonies. I don't think you necessarily attack the people on your island. You might be able to, but essentially I imagine everybody could just kind of rally against you and attack you back. But you probably don't need to because you have a wide selection of islands to choose from if you want to attack somebody. Oh, and I've just accidentally clicked that. So, you've got tons. I'm presuming they just keep randomly generating and randomly appearing in the world, as more players join the game. I don't know what the levels mean. Maybe that's the level of the island, the number, sorry. So, yeah, let's go to our island. On each island, you've got some kind of island features. So you've got a barbarian village that you can raid for resources. And when you raid, you need to send in your troops. Let's try and show you. So if I click that, we can try and pillage it. It's a level 1, so it's not that great. And we can send couple of troops there. Yeah, send a couple of those because we've been provided with more than enough. But you need to send in merchant ships as well. Which if you don't send merchant ships, then you can't pillage anything. You can defeat the village, but you don't actually bring anything back. So That's telling me, is that telling me the capacity of goods I can loot? Okay. Well, I don't think I need to overdo it. So let's see how that goes. So it's going to take 10 minutes to go there, 20 minutes to come back, and that's what we're doing. So we're sending out people pillaging. Your order's been carried out. We've got our military advisor at the top. He's telling us what we're doing. So you actually have to load up your ships, and there you go. So when your right flank suddenly moves in from the left, the time has come for a little more structure. Oh, I don't know what all this stuff is. Just leave me be. But yeah, so it takes time to load up troops. It takes time to make them move. It takes time for them to go and do their attacks, and then it takes time for them to return. So it's all things that you need to kind of think about. With this game, you are very much managing your time, but you're also going to be managing your resources. Your population being a big part of that. You've got other things. So you've got so as far as the island features, you've got the barbarian village, you've got a forest, a quarry, you've got miracles. So these are all things that you can try and upgrade. I don't know how we upgrade. Oh, so we've got Tersh and Polis. Those are our places at the moment. So we control Tersh, which is good because we actually went to get that one. So if we'd have been on the other side, then it'd probably taken us ages to actually get around there. So that's good. But so like with the quarry, okay, this is a little bit easier. So we've currently got a hell of a lot of people working there. Yeah, we've got 725. We're maxed out. We can't get any more people working there. And for each person that works there, obviously it takes from your population, but it also costs per person for you to have them there. So again, you have to balance what's more important. Do you need to bring the resources in? Do you need to do this? Do you need to do that? And okay, so for the next level, you can donate resources to the quarry, which is your wood. Oh, okay, I didn't want to close that, actually. 1 second. No, that's the forest. Well, yeah, I mean, you've got the forest as well, so it's the same kind of deal. You get lumber from this, but you have to donate it back to get your sawmill up. And this is basically the island cooperating with each other. You could sit there and do nothing, and let other people kind of put money into it all the time. But it kind of tells you, who, this person, Paganel, they're controlling English castle, Scottish castle, Irish castle, Spanish castle. They've got, 4 settlements here. They've donated pretty much everything. They're pretty much running this island. But it's good. So then you can have like allies. You can have working with other people and making other places your enemies. Now, one of the good things is that there are luxury resources on each island, but not every island can have them all. So you have to kind of trade with other islands to get the resources that your particular island lacks, which, it's a good way of doing things. So, and that's pretty much the kind of crux of it. What we learned was that you've got the research, so you've got a research scientist, and the more researchers you have in your academy, obviously it costs per researcher as well. So the more researchers you've got in your academy, the more that per hour, research points per hour you unlock, and then you spend them. So for this one, if we wanted to unlock economic future, then we would need offshore base research, utopia research, the Archimedean principle. So you've got different skill trees. It's a shame there's not actually a talent tree, but as in like a tree that you can actually see them all linking together, because you have to kind of go into them all and link through them. So I'm not entirely sure how you would go about it, because this seafaring seems to require offshore base, which we've got. We've got offshore base, or have we? Yeah, we've already researched it. So it's saying that we need offshore base seafaring. Unless we have to... I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of did a quick tutorial and then I jumped in this to do the recording, so hey ho. So we've got a premium trader. I don't know what's this. This is with sliders you can set the new distribution, resources and goods. Luxury goods can be exchanged 1 for 1, and building material can be exchanged with luxury goods 1 for 1. The maximum storage capacity may not be exceeded. I don't know. It means nothing to him. So like I said, there's a lot of features, and I kind of dropped in the middle of it all, did a little test run, and see how it goes. I'll say, so do you want to half the building time with currently selected building? So I can activate that with 6. So that cuts it down by half. And then you can go 6 again. Hey, and we've managed to build our embassy. So at the embassy, you can administer and lead your alliance or redistribute the ranks. So basically, I guess making a guild, which is pretty cool. So you can found your own, or you can try and join another one. Kind of shows you who the leaders are at the moment, how many members they've got, how many points, which is pretty good. But we're going to have a look at the shop, what is actually available with our ambrosia points. We've got 92 left now. We started with 110 that we got provided, and there's some pretty cool stuff. We've got some festive stuff like winter decorations, so extend the period of time that your advisors wear their winter clothes. So I think I'm going to activate that, and they aren't wearing. I don't know how I changed that over. I've just spent it. Activate it. Another 7 days. They're not wearing winter clothes. Why are you tricking me? I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I know. So you get other stuff. You can buy resources if you're down on resources. You've got plenty of buffs. So, produce 20% more building material, more wine, more marble, sulfur, crystal, which are the sulfur, crystal, marble, and wine. I believe they are your luxury resources. So I'm not sure what resource we've actually got on this island. Padlock, so you can purchase these, and your warehouses 100% increase theft security, so people can't get them. So there's a lot of things to buy with your ambrosia, but it it costs money to keep your town, and if you've got more of them towns, secure and fully boosted and stuff. So you could potentially pumping quite a bit of ambrosia and real world cash into trying to be the best, which I guess for competitive gamers that's kind of what it's all about. So dummy packages. The different dummy packages allow you to fool opposing spies about your real troop strength. Okay, let's have a look at those. Dummies large. Dummies can be set up to an amount of 12,000 land units and 3,000 ship units. All units can be selected as dummies. Well, that's just fantastic. No use to us, but it's giving you an idea of the kind of stuff that is available in the game. So this is kind of, I think this guy's your main overview guy. It's kind of letting us know what's going on with our whole empire. So, tells us that our embassy building was completed, and you can click it, and it, oh, there we go. We've gone. Now that we've done a bit of a refresh, we've gone winter again. There you go. You've got the little scarves on. They've got little hats on because we bought the winter thing. Brilliant. I like it. So yeah, so that kind of takes you to your city, and then you can kind of check out your embassy, and you've got quick hot links throughout the game which help you out. But other than that, it's pretty. It's quite a nice game. It's quite easy. It's quite casual. Like I said, opening another tab in another browser while you're doing other stuff. Keep checking on it, because unless you're going to keep pumping ambrosia into it, then the actual times it takes to build stuff or move around or go anywhere, then it can take a while. So I mean, this is taking us. Do you wish to complete the current loading process immediately? Yeah, let's just do it. There you go. So there's even something to do on the high seas with the there you go, Ikariam mobile app. So you can have a look at that for yourselves, because I don't have access to it. I have no idea what it does. But I can't make this dude go any faster as far as I'm aware. I think I had to kind of build all that and do it all pre-game. So not pre-game, pre-launch of the ship. One thing that I did notice that did kind of bug me, you've got these little these little dolphin and whale things, these icons popping up, and then when you go into the world view, let's have a look. At least there was last time. There we go. Oh my god, they're like bigger than an island, these whales. So, there's some monstrous creatures out there. But it's good. You can check out other people's islands. They're a winter island. I don't know whether it just makes everything winter. I don't know. I don't know that much about the game. But I think it's. Yeah, I think it kind of puts a winter effect on everything for another 7 days. It's lovely. It's nice. So yeah, so there you go. So that's our island now, all a winter wonderland. So yeah, I mean, as far as kind of the graphics go, it's great. I think it's really nice how they've done stuff. A few little things that I don't like, but you can't win them all. Gameplay wise, very casual. I suppose once you start getting into the PvP aspect and grouping up with other players, then pretty enjoyable, pretty competitive, and fun trying to expand your empire, taking over an island, potentially taking over other islands. So this is a different island. Oh no, is this my island? This is my island. So if you kind of click on somebody else's island, I can potentially, so I can actually try to colonize somebody else's island. So you can spread out a little bit, which is even better. You get access to more resources, more allies, and that kind of thing. But again, if you can get past the slow and steady gameplay build times, then worth having a check out. It's been around for, like I said, almost 7 years. Big milestone for these guys. So obviously it's you can see how many islands there are and how many are kind of populated with big towns. So there's obviously a lot of players still into the game, so it's got to have something to offer. That's all I can say. So hopefully, if you've never checked out the game before, you found this little overview interesting. If you have, then please give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and you'll see more videos like this as and when we publish them. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Twitter at f2p.com or on our official website at f2p.com. So thank you everybody for watching. I have been Goodfellow, this has been Ikariam, you have been you, and hopefully we shall see you in the next video. Bye bye!